Hello everyone, today I'm going to be ranking every pair of gloves in CS2. Every pair here will be in factory new, and my opinion will be based on how it looks in fact new. Me and you probably have different tastes, so just keep that in mind throughout the video. So, sit down, grab some snacks, and let a random guy on the internet explain his opinions on pixels. Coming in dead last, the worst gloves in all of CS, number 72, bronzed. I don't think there's a single redeeming quality about these gloves. The shiny look is bad, the texture is weird, the bronze color doesn't even look good, and the badge doesn't even match all that well. Coming in at number 71 is Constrictor. The snakeskin pattern is mediocre at best, there are better red or even orange gloves, and there are just better snakeskin gloves. Coming in at number 70 is Needlepoint. The pattern is pretty bad, the red is fine at best, the texture is weird, and the badge is doing no favors. Coming in at number 69 is Snakebite. The Bloodhound logo is gold, and the gold does not look good against the snakeskin, and the snakeskin doesn't even look good. Coming in at number 68 is Gorilla. These gloves are just okay. Again, I'm not a fan of the gold logo, and the camo is just fine and doesn't match the logo good either. Coming in at number 67 is Mangrove. These gloves are insanely bland and boring. There isn't much to say about them. The epitome of mid. Coming in at number 66 is Rattler, another mid snakeskin glove. This skin is pretty similar to Mangrove, but at least this one has a pattern. Coming in at number 65 is Arboreal. The camo seems a little faded, the brown looks kinda off, and I think there are just better gloves than this. Coming in at number 64 is Charred. These gloves are honestly kinda nice, but they're really simple, and there are just better black gloves out there. Coming in at number 63 is Unhinged, another pair of mediocre snakeskin gloves. They're okay, but they're just pretty uninteresting. Coming in at number 62 is Yellow Banded. The yellow and black on these gloves matches decently with the black glove fabric and the gold Broken Fang logo. Coming in at number 61 is Buckshot. These gloves are pretty dull and boring camo. They're just another pair of boring camo gloves. What more can you say? Coming in at number 60 is Convoy, another pair of camo gloves. I'm not a fan of the brown color on the fingers, and the camo is just generally disinteresting. Coming in at number 59 is Forest DD-Pat. I like these camo specialist gloves just slightly more than the Buckshot gloves, because the pattern is just a little bit nicer. Coming in at number 58 is Queen Jaguar. These gloves had potential, but the green used on the palm is a horrible shade. Aside from that, I don't think these gloves are that bad. Coming in at number 57 is Slaughter. These gloves aren't that bad, but they kinda look like a piece of meat, and I think they're just nicer red gloves. Coming in at number 56 is Spruce DD-Pat. The sort of washed out mint color is pretty nice, but at the end of the day, they're just another pair of mid-camo gloves. Coming in at number 55 is Third Commando Company. These gloves are just a mess of colors, but the Moto glove base kinda makes it work, and it isn't horrible. Coming in at number 54 is Blood Pressure. If the pattern didn't look bumpy and weird, I would probably like these a lot more, because the red used is really nice. Coming in at number 53 is Mogul. These gloves have an amazing color scheme, but I just hate the fact that the pattern just looks worn, even in factory new. Coming in at number 52 is Diamondback. The snakeskin pattern actually looks somewhat good here, and goes nice with the dark brown on the gloves. Coming in at number 51 is Giraffe. The giraffe pattern is pretty nice, and the normal wrap color matches pretty well, and for the last time, giraffes are awesome. Coming in at number 50 is Desert Shemagh. These gloves are pretty simple, but the pattern on the wrap is pretty nice, and I like the black underneath. Coming in at number 49 is Racing Green. I know a lot of people would put these gloves a lot lower, but I think they're pretty nice in CS2, and maybe even a little bit underrated. Coming in at number 48 is Lunar Weave. The blue weaved pattern looks great against the really dark chocolate brown on the gloves, but I'm personally just not a big fan of these gloves for some reason. Coming in at number 47 is Transport. I'm pretty sure the general opinion on these gloves is bad, but I really like the bright beige on the Moto gloves. Coming in at number 46 is Badlands. These gloves really grew on me, and I think the autumn colored camo actually looks pretty good, and the wrap color underneath matches it well. Coming in at number 45 is Leather. These gloves are just okay to me, but I can appreciate the simple leather wrap that goes good with almost everything. Coming in at number 44 is Jade. These gloves also grew on me a lot. I really like the shiny green, but I do still think the texture is a little weird. Coming in at number 43 is Case Hardened. The only reason these gloves are so high is because they were changed in CS2 to be pattern based, and that means blue gem gloves. I think the blue gems look pretty damn good, but on average you'll get a mediocre pattern. And a mediocre pattern makes these gloves look bad. Coming in at number 42 is Emerald. These gloves are black with a green emblem and some green fabric on the wrist, just a much better version of the charred gloves from earlier. Coming in at number 41 is Crimson Web. I like everything about these gloves except the pattern. If the webs were more pronounced or brighter, these would probably be a lot higher. Coming in at number 40 is Scarlet Shamog. I feel like these gloves could be great if there were just some changes, like if the thumb area was the same black as the pattern, but unfortunately the colors just feel too busy and chaotic. Coming in at number 39 is POW. These gloves are basically just a worse version of the Boom gloves. The colors are dull and don't match that well, and the pattern is just fine. Coming in at number 38 is Overtake. These gloves are really clean, and the yellow stitching looks really good against the dark brown, but I think the colorway just isn't good enough for a higher spot. Coming in at number 37 is Big Game, probably one of the best camo gloves in the game. I really like the brush-like pattern, and the colors here just look great. Coming in at number 36 is Arid. These are probably the best of the desert color themed gloves, and that's probably entirely due to the fact that it's on the sport gloves. These are really simple, but I think they're really nice. Coming in at number 35 is Boom. These gloves are pretty monotone, just a black and gray pattern with a little bit of red and some white on the side of the fingers, but man, for some reason I really like that pattern. Coming in at number 34 is Foundation. I know these gloves are pretty well liked, but I think the pattern on these is kind of weird, but the colorway on the badging is phenomenal and complements the weird pattern really nicely. Coming in at number 33 is Lieutenant Commander. I think the pattern on this is amazing, the colorway on the badging is beautiful, and all the colors work really well. These gloves are very underrated. Coming in at number 32 is Omega. The yellow and gray matches nicely, and in my eyes, these gloves are essentially just a better version of the Overtake gloves. Coming in at number 31 is Eclipse. These gloves are very simple, but they're so clean. The yellow streak is nice, and the pattern on the palm looks super good, but is very subtle. Coming in at number 30 is Field Agent, the perfect CT gloves. They're FBI blue and yellow, and the colors look very vibrant, which is great, and the gray stitching adds some nice contrast. Coming in at number 29 is Overprint. I expected these to be a lot lower, but man did they grow on me. The varied patterns are really cool and unique, and the blue is a really nice aquamarine color. Coming in at number 28 is Crimson Kimono. These gloves are really simple and essentially just a better Crimson Web. I like the red, I just wish it was a little bit brighter. Coming in at number 27 is Bronze Morph. The pattern on these gloves is great, and the green used is a nice contrast to the bright red underneath and the dark red on the palms. These gloves are very busy, but I think it works. Coming in at number 26 is Fade. These gloves are really nice, but they have a counterpart that is just much better, and the blue on these gloves also just doesn't look good to me, and it makes the texture look a little weird. Coming in at number 25 is Cool Mint. These gloves are also pretty underrated. I like the blues used, and the deep blue on the knuckle guards looks really nice. Coming in at number 24 is Polygon. These gloves are just a solid pair of dark blue gloves with a nice pattern and some good looking blues. They're simple, but I think they're really nice. Coming in at number 23 is Tiger Strike. These gloves are pretty obviously tiger themed, and it works really well. The orange looks good against the white, and the brown badging looks good too. Coming in at number 22 is Spearmint. I love these gloves. The soft greens are very nice, the white matches amazingly, and the subtle brown on the knuckle guards looks really good too. Coming in at number 21 is Crimson Weave. These gloves I feel are pretty like it or hate it. I like them, but I can understand not liking the woven pattern, and the red does look a little bit washed out. Coming in at number 20 is Raison the Red. Basically a better version of Crimson Weave. The weave pattern on these is nicer, and the darker red looks better too. Coming in at number 19 is Emerald Web. These gloves are a really nice green, and there's a lot more contrast between the light green webs and dark green underneath. The badging is a super nice shiny green as well, and these are just so much better than the Crimson Webs. Coming in at number 18 is Smokeout. These gloves are really simple, but man do they look clean. The smoke colored knuckle guards, the black base color, and the white streak all look fantastic together. Coming in at number 17 is Nox. These gloves are probably as straightforward as you can get. They're just plain black gloves. Very simple, but they're also very nice. Coming in at number 16 is Marble Fade. I much prefer the gray gloves instead of the light blue that the Fade gloves have. The Marble Fade also looks much better on the badging as well. Coming in at number 15 is Finish Line. The checkered flag pattern is really nice, and the green used looks good and matches the pattern really well. Coming in at number 14 is Turtle. These gloves are incredibly underrated. I absolutely love the greens used, and the little orange accents make these gloves look fantastic. Coming in at number 13 is King Snake. These gloves are phenomenal. The snakeskin pattern looks great here, the white is very clean, and everything matches really nicely. Coming in at number 12 is Black Tie, another very good looking and simplistic pair of gloves. The black used is very nice, and the white is super clean and goes great with it. Coming in at number 11 is Snow Leopard. These gloves are almost infinitely better than the Queen Jaguars. The white is great and the pattern is absolutely beautiful. Now we are finally at the top 10, but before we get into them, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed and gotten me to 100 subs. It means so much to me and I couldn't make these videos without you guys. Coming in at number 10 is Caution. These gloves have no business being as high as they are, but I love the caution tape theming and the yellow used is super bright and really pops. Coming in at number 9 is Cobalt Skulls. The blues used are absolutely amazing, they're super deep, rich blues, and the black skulls complement the darker blue wrap underneath really well. Coming in at number 8 is Duct Tape. These gloves are the pinnacle of rugged design. The duct tape was changed to be really shiny in CS2, and it's made these gloves look really good. Coming in at number 7 is Slingshot. These gloves have a really pretty red and white colorway, and these gloves feel like the most sport of all of the sports gloves. Coming in at number 6 is Hedge Maze. These gloves have a very nice green with a white and black that complements it nicely, and it features a really unique pattern on the green and black. I think these gloves are really pretty. Coming in at number 5 is Imperial Plaid. I would have never expected purple and plaid to make one of the nicest gloves in CS, but goddamn do they look good. Once CS players discover that purple looks good with almost anything, these gloves are going to skyrocket in price. Coming in at number 4 is Superconductor. These gloves have a really nice hexagonal pattern, and the blue accenting complements the gray very well here, making these gloves look fantastic. Coming in at number 3 is Amphibious. The pattern on these gloves look like pool tiling, which obviously fits the name, and the blues here are really vibrant. And when you mix the blues with the white accenting, these gloves look absolutely amazing. Coming in at number 2 is Pandora's Box, and these gloves are just phenomenal. The deep rich purple paired with the black and sort of smoky gray accenting is amazing, and the pattern on the palms is really good looking too. And finally, the best gloves in CS, coming in at number 1, the Vice gloves. Who didn't expect this placement? These gloves are probably the most popular gloves in CS, and for good reason. These gloves are a really vibrant bubblegum pink with a beautiful sky blue accenting. These gloves are just amazing all around, and I can't imagine anyone actually disliking them. So, that is my ranking of every pair of gloves in CS2. If you liked my ranking, maybe subscribe or drop a like. If you didn't like my ranking, let me know what you change. This video took a lot longer to come out than expected because I just dislocated my knee, so I'm currently recovering from that. Although, because of that, I will have more time to work on videos during the week, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Either way, expect more videos soon. I hope to have another out by Thanksgiving or November 23rd for my non-American viewers. Anyway, I am BP, and I'll see you in the next video.